YouTube. So I'm starting this new channel. It's a channel about just living your best life and mental wellness and spirituality. Now, I've become inspired by the channel Infinite Waters. He's out there in nature. He's making videos. He's helping people. He's inspiring people. And I figure I want to do the same thing. Now, I'm not sure if the audio quality is going to be that good. We're going to find out. This is my first video, so out here at a lake, breathing in that good-ass prana, baby. Can I get a hello? Anyways, that's a shout out to Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters creator. But I hope to attract my own following and talk about different topics. It can be anything, like I said, from art to music to movies to life to problems you're going through to anything that you feel that you have a passion for and want to. Like for me right now is spirituality, and that's me connecting with God, aka all that is, and helping people, inspire people. So a little about me, like my story. If I had to give a brief synopsis of my life. Age 5, I was diagnosed. Well, age 4, I was diagnosed with leukemia. That's when your white blood cells start attacking your red blood cells. For whatever reason, they think because white blood cells usually go after the enemy, and they're tricked. So something tricks them into thinking that the red blood cells are bacteria. They're not. So I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital when I was 5 years old. For me as a kid, that was the most, it was scary. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. And for me to go through that and survive is a miracle. And I do believe in miracles. One of the other things, I believe that happened for a reason. I believe everything happens for a reason. Sometimes, we don't understand it at the time. At that moment in time, we don't understand. Of course not. There's a bigger picture at play. So you can imagine how scared I was as a 5-year-old. And not only that, but also my parents. What that kind of shock could put on them. It's a lot to take in. And, hey. It's those challenges, that was a challenge in my life, early on in life, and I overcame it. Another thing I kind of went through, another stage of my life, 13 years old, had a lot of identity crisis. I didn't really feel like I fit in with my peers. And I felt alone. I didn't really feel like I had connected with a lot of my peers. So I had identity crisis and depression. So you can imagine what that probably did to me. It's always felt out of place. I never really felt like I belonged to any kind of cliche. I never really felt like I belonged to any kind of, group per se. And that's something I've had to deal with and kind of over the span of my life. Most people in middle school and high school, they have your, cliques. Have your certain cliques. Well, I didn't fit in certain really cliques, but I was a good student. I also kind of liked sports. I liked music. So I was involved in a variety of things. So it's the cliques, they like to cliques nerds, jocks, etc. I don't really believe in that. It's but I didn't fit in to any clique per se. For orchestra, we called them orc dorks. Yeah, I don't believe in like cliques. I don't believe in that. But that was a time frame of my life. Still, I was facing identity crisis, kind of. I knew I never really fit in with like groups. Like, it was hard for me to fit in with people, and it's been hard for me. Now that I'm like older, another, I guess, important area of my life when I was like 23, you know, in college, you know, I was drinking alcohol, was trying marijuana because my peers were doing it. My peers were doing it, so I tried it. It's not, and I regret ever drinking. I regret, like, I wish I would have just done my own thing and not tried to fit in with people, because it's like, if you're not, like, people aren't going to accept you for you, you shouldn't even, it's not worth, like, why am I giving my energy to other people? And why am I wasting my time and energy? You know, that's the main thing I'm trying to point out. But I think I had to go through those experiences to really understand who I am. I had to go through those experiences, yeah. And, like, I'm here right now living proof, like, I'm going to admit it. I don't really want to say this, but so I was accepted to UVA, but at that school I was actually in my like third year. I was thinking about killing myself because I wanted people that like understood me. I wanted to fit in so bad, but I realized like that was a lesson for me. Like, I wasn't meant to fit in with certain people. Like, my old friends from high school, college, like, everyone's doing their own thing now. But I had some, like, friends I would hang out with in college. And I was on Facebook, and, like, I saw that, like, they're doing their thing, but, like, they never really recognized me. They never invited me to any events or weddings or whatever it was. So it kind of, that let me know, like, they weren't really my friends. At that time, they were being nice, yeah. But they weren't, deep down, they were not my friends. And it's hard to say that, yeah. Like, one thing I want people to know is, like, you're going to have people in your life, they're going to come and go. They might just be there for a season. And they're not going to be there for your life. Like, they might. Just depends on, like, how you connect. I think me having, like, these crucial experiences in my life, like, that it is hard for me to connect with, say, some of my peers because they haven't had the same experiences. They don't know what I've been through, like, in life. But today, as an adult, I do have a few close friends because I can see that they've gone through similar situations, similar experiences, and I can relate to them, and they can relate to me. I think this is a lot to take in for my introduction. But the thing is, I feel a lot better being able to talk about it. I feel free. I feel better in my mental health. Because I'm going to tell you this. Recently I decided, I'm going to stop Facebook, Instagram, anything. Social media has been terrible for me, or let's just say, if you have, like, you're going to want to compare yourself to other people. You're going to, like, why is he so far ahead in life? You're going to want to make judgments or comparisons. I say just get rid of social media and focus on you. Like, don't worry about what's out there. Like, that's the thing. That's why a lot of people are depressed, because they don't know how to be comfortable in their own skin. They're always looking outside of their bubble. They want other people to accept them. Really, you got to accept yourself. You got to love yourself. And you got to make that decision. I made that decision to love myself. And I'll tell you what, like, alcohol did not help, because that made me depressed. That made me, I'm going to say, crying spells. Like, no. I decided no more alcohol. And I decided I'm not trying to fit in. You know, I'm my own unique being. If people aren't going to accept me, like, it's not worth my energy. Like, I'm not going to say here. So remember, you got to work on yourself. You got to basically do things for yourself at the end of the day. No one else is going to be there to hold your hand. You got to do it for you. Whether it's your, getting up in the morning and starting the day, like, from the day until you go to bed. Everything, you got to do it for you. Don't do it for other people. There's a lot of people that are out there that want to get attention. They want to get noticed. That's a bad mindset. Now, if you're looking for popularity, get off my channel right now, because this is not the place. This is a place more for spiritual growth and accepting yourself for who you are and loving yourself. So if you're looking to be an Instagram celebrity, get off my channel right now. The fact that I can talk about my life experiences is a huge stepping stone for me. The fact that I want to start a channel to inspire other people, to help people, that's a huge stepping stone for me. But I also got to do things for me. I can make videos out here in nature, but I got to do things for me too. I got to take my daily walks. I got to decide, hey, I'm going to be sober. I got to decide, hey, only let the people, your true friends in your circle. Don't waste your energy on other people. Get off Instagram. Get off Facebook. Like, you're going to notice, like, a big difference. Like, people that care about you are in your life. Your real life. I realize this video might be a little long, but I want to end it like this. You got to learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself 100%. With all your flaws, with all your conditions, and realize everything happens for a reason. Don't beat yourself up. Like, I used to beat myself up. I used to care what other people thought about me. I feel so much freer not giving 2 Fs. So what? Like, you might feel depressed because those people don't give you attention, but I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. I might feel depressed because I'm not where other people are in life, but that's where I get rid of the externals. Just focus on me. Signing out here.